Good morning, Daily Dose of Drag and Drive number 21. Y'all, we're going to have some fun today. I'm jumping on a few minutes earlier than normal just because I'm probably going to do a little bit of rambling as some of these topics today are fun. So let's get to it. Hang on, I got something going on here with one of the live streams. Oh, there we go. Oh, nope. Nope, not going to be live on the Drag and Drive Racers Facebook group this morning. Going to hate that because those guys, obviously 5,300 people want to jump in there on that. Listen, I'm just going to start it off with, I posted the 500th post to Instagram yesterday. That's insanity. It's insane. Like, I literally made the first post on Instagram for Drag and Drive January 27th. That's, not very long ago. And 500 posts. So I say that to say we have 1,000 followers on Instagram, which is awesome. We're over 1,000 on YouTube. Social media is going crazy. So that's exciting. Exciting. Let's see what we got. Some comments here. Hey, Travis with the tree to everybody getting first comment in there. Apparel Pre-Sale goes live tomorrow, maybe today, maybe. I'm waiting on a picture of the hats so I can get the pre-sale stuff, get the pre-sale post done. Hats, shirts, hoodies, all that kind of stuff coming. This is a pre-sale, and I will not pick them up until I get to Midwest Drags. So we've got 25 days till Midwest Drags. So we got a little bit of time before then. Try and get some of that stuff in there so I can literally show up to Midwest Drags with a stack of labels for boxes and stuff to throw them in the mail on day one. I reached out to a couple different people asking, when you get back from a drag and drive, how long do you typically leave the car alone? Do you not touch it? Do you not look at it? And the reason I did that is because Jonathan Stonecipher kind of got on me a little bit about not working on the cart since race week 2021, which is since September. So it's been like, 8 months since I've touched the cart, and all it needs is a trans. I got to get one and all that kind of stuff. So it made me think, who else does that? Because when I got back from the circuit, Drag and Drive in Stanley, our 66C10 truck, I haven't really touched it since then either. And it was the second weekend of April. So that's been almost a month. It has been a month now. So how long do you typically leave your car alone? Do you not want to touch it or see it? Or I don't even want to put hands on you anymore because I've spent so much time in you the last week. So I asked Rich Pedraza, Rich's hot rod sauce, barbecue sauce. He said 2 weeks to 2 months, something like that. Clark Rosenstengel said maybe a week. He said, depends on what all he's got going on coming up. Hal Scott said, if all is okay, it can be weeks before he touches it again. Jay Grabiak, I hope I'm saying that right. He said typically a day. His was definitely the shortest answer. He's like, we're right on it. We're changing oil. We're getting it ready for the next event and things like that. And then Joe Barry hasn't touched creamsicle since sick week. Right, 3 months. So when you have a car that's that reliable, I guess you really don't have to. Chris Cabe says, someone say garage sale part out. Yep. Danny says if it's up and running, it'll be his daily driver. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me because I don't typically wrench on the same car every week. And so, I've only got a couple hours in the middle of doing this and all the other list stuff and family time and all that kind of stuff. So, again, it's been a month for the old truck and it's been 8 months for the cart. So, updates for Midwest Drags. Calvin Nelson has confirmed. If you don't know who Calvin Nelson is, Nivlac57 on YouTube. He has a GM Atlas 4200, like the inline 6-cylinder from like a Trailblazer in his Ford Fairmont. Turbo makes like 780 wheel or 800 wheel, I think, something like that. He's looking to go 9s in that car on Midwest Drags. They were going to wait and do Drag Week, but luckily he got into Midwest Drags with that car. Him and his dad are going they're both campaigning cars, so that'll be kind of fun to hang out with them. They've been on the Narcoleptic podcast, and I'll share that later today on the dragandrive.com Facebook and YouTube pages. So these guys are very, very smart. It's really crazy to think that they took a stock bottom end 4200 out of a 200,000 mile Trailblazer and made 800 wheel horsepower with it through I think he has a Power Glide or a 400 in that car. Jason Tabscott says 1 to 2 weeks typically before he was working on the car again. Jeff Kirchick says we got home on Saturday from drag week last September, and Nick went out to a cruise night that night. After sick week, we couldn't do anything with snow on the ground in February, so that's pretty cool. And then Brett Marvel says my truck has been sitting since sick week. Woo-hoo! Say that 3 times fast. Just pulled it into the shop to start on it for 2.0. So it sounds like everybody's kind of the same way. They don't want to mess with stuff for a couple weeks after that. So again, Nivlac57 on YouTube, great channel. Calvin Nelson and his dad Andrew, great dudes. It's going to be awesome to see them working through that. Andrew's dad has a Nova. I think he's bringing in the most recent video from Nivlac57. It all explains all that stuff. Engine Builders Magazine is going to be in attendance. I think they made that announcement a couple weeks ago. If you follow them on YouTube and Facebook, you've seen that they've been releasing a ton of sick week interviews and things like that. They just had Jason Schaefer on. They released the Jason Schaefer video the same day that the Sick the Mag episode, issue 7 and 8 with Angel and Jason on the sick week cover. So pretty exciting for Jason. I love that dude. He's awesome. And obviously Angel's amazing. She's a pit rescue that is just the sweetest dog ever. Rocky Mountain Race Week updates. Let's see. We have Brady Bluma won the hot rod class in his 65 twin turbo LS C10 truck. Craziest story ever. They're at some like city sanctioned street races, and some guy's throttle hung open, flipped it. I think he bent the axle based on the pictures I saw, and then ruined the step side bed. So if you have access to I think it's probably a 50. It's not a 51, whatever the body style after that. I know like 55 through 72 step side bed, or no, probably 55 through 66 step side bed. He needs one of those bad if he's going to make 2.0 this year. So I think he's probably got to do an axle or at least some new 4-link arms and things like that. Crazy wreck. Ended up Brittany Friesen, who had just wrecked her Ford truck, was there, and somehow she got hit by the car, and I think it hurt her arm. I mean, it's the craziest story ever, and that's kind of the struggle with events like that. Anyways, I'll put some pictures down in the comments. Let me remove that. I'm getting all kinds of weird notes here. Sorry. What the hell? Okay. I hope I don't lose you guys. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Jeff Kirchick says it's cool how many father-son teams are out there. Yes. It is amazing. There was a ton on sick week, and I'm hoping there's more and more of that. And as we talk to more folks and see all of that, we'll be able to give spotlights to you guys. Ken White, what's up, dude? What time is it where you are, Ken? Ken's in the UK, runs the Drag and Drive Racers UK page. You don't have to live in the UK to be on that page. Tons of cool content. And I love it because there's cars that you see on there that you don't see here, so it's pretty neat. And a lot of great people on that page. Definitely, or not page, Facebook group. Definitely recommend joining it. And then lastly, this is probably a little controversial, but Matt Frost made a post a couple of days ago, or maybe a week ago, requesting people it was on the Rocky Mountain Race Weekers page, and he basically said, if you can't bring your plan A and your plan B is your daily driver Tahoe that's boring, back out. Go to Road Week, come enjoy the week, but if you can't bring the cool car, don't race. Don't race your daily driver minivan, So what's your thoughts on that? I think it's really a good idea. I don't necessarily think your plan B has to be fast, but your plan B needs to at least be cool and kind of be in the spirit of it. The reason I said it doesn't need to be fast because the cart is slow, but it's a ton of fun and gets a ton of attention, which is what we always want on Rocky Mountain Race Week. So, what's your thought on that? Do you feel like people that aren't bringing their Plan A car, is that kind of the? He said it's 1350, so I think that's 150 to 2 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty wild. So yeah, the card is different. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think you should leave Plan B at home if it's boring, or do you think you should come out and run? And I mean, they have a 14.0 class, so maybe your Plan B runs 14.0s or 13.0s or 12.0s, something like that. It's just boring and quiet. What's your thoughts on that? I want to hear that for sure. And then let's see what else. What other notes? Oh, we are. Looks like I'm going to be a little bit short today. Yeah, Plan B should be cool or interesting. Chris Cabe says he got crap for bringing his Gen 1 Lightning to drag week, but also got a lot of comments. But like, if it was just a regular F-150, I think it would maybe be boring. If it had like a stock exhaust or just a Flowmaster or something like that and was like a 302, like that doesn't do anything. But having a Gen 1 Lightning, I think that's pretty neat, Travis Wise says he's a waitlister, so he wants people to back out. And Travis's car is going to be fast. Danny said he would only use Plan B on road week. Yeah, I mean that's the plan there. Ken White says he thinks Matt is spot on. Oh, dang it. My email right in the way. Thinks Matt is spot on. With Tom inviting the best 100 to Sick Week 2023, I think it's very fair to ask Plan Bs to let other Plan As run, and that's good. Yeah, Danny said he did only use Plan B on road week on 2.0. All right. I've got some lists that'll drop this week. I've been working on articles for the website and the Facebook page and tons of cool stuff. Last thing I do want to go over, and then I've got to go because I've got a ton of workload on my day job. We are still looking for a sponsor for Daily Dose of Drag and Drive. And then also, I think I would like to discuss sponsorships of like an event, like Midwest Drag, since I'll be there. So I went through and I gathered up how many posts I made through Sick Week. There were 220 Instagram posts just related to Sick Week during the week. That's insanity. And I'll say I think there's 180 and then 40 the week after that. Like that's crazy. And then 77 YouTube videos on the playlist. The King of the Open Road event, 40 plus Instagram posts and 22 YouTube videos. Still editing stuff for it and still adding stuff. So I think a sponsor could have a very good opportunity there. Your stuff will live on those videos forever. Obviously, we can work out however you want me to give you a shout out and spotlight and stuff like that. So definitely looking for a sponsor for, I think Midwest Drags would be a really good test bed to see what we can do for people. And then obviously, he says, Danny says, look to Amsoil companies. Don't look for them to find you. Well, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. If you're going to get it, sometimes you got to go get it. I mean, that's really the reality there. So we've been messaging a few people. There has been some interest. We just got to work out the details now and figure out how it works. Like how do we help folks grow and also, help us grow, because then we can use that. We can use the sponsorship money to promote the page and do more and attend more events and things like that. Because like right now, that comes out of the Michael Narks pocket fund. So all the money I spend traveling to these events and doing all that stuff and all that time, I could be spending on my own car, but I love this stuff. I love bringing you guys all this kind of stuff. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. We are actually a little bit short. I should not have started early. Who would have thought I wouldn't be able to ramble? So, all right, guys, thank you very much. I'm working on a time. I leave Thursday morning for the C10 Nationals. I'll be down there doing all of our normal stuff. And then, so I'm trying to figure out when I can get with Red Hat Scotty to get this story time for the engine swap in the pits at Tulsa. And then after that, we got to get with Tom Stark and Blaine to talk about the engine swap in the the wagon for them at Bandamere the last year. So, all right, guys, thank you very much. We will see you next time. Tons of posts coming today on Facebook. Got a lot of really cool stuff in the works. All right, bye.